Hey everyone, this is Akash from the research team at Pure. I'm at Token 2049 Singapore and I'm joined with
Charlie from BitLayer.
BitLayer. What does BitLayer do for the people who don't know the Bitcoin and Ethereum ecosystem?
First of all, thank you very much, Akash, for the interview. BitLayer trying to be one of the first Bitcoin security equivalent to Layer 2, providing the Bitcoin for verification and programmability with Bitcoin security. So for the people who understand Ethereum has a smart contract capability on Layer 1, and because of the DeFi summer, the gas fee went up a lot. And then we have the Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon. I personally worked in Polygon last cycle, and a lot of other L2s, like over 200. And whereas Bitcoin in the last 15 years has only one feature, which is payment. And now with this new framework called BitVM, which we are one of the first research team working on it, we are building this Bitcoin verification module. We eventually want to verify the transaction happening on our Layer 2 back to Layer 1. So in that case, we have the same security level of Bitcoin with this, programmability. So that allow us to do and open up all kinds of capability of doing Bitcoin DeFi, such as stablecoin, DEXs, perp DEXs, all kind of things.
That's one of the things lacking within the Bitcoin world. You mentioned programmability. Smart contracts are of course not there natively. How is the BitEVM ecosystem and BitLayer specifically building that programmability layer on top of it?
Great. So it's a very technical question. So basically, state transition happened in the past, it's a sidechain. It doesn't really settle back to Bitcoin, right? So with BitVM 2 approach, we're working on two models. One is trust minimized bridge, lower down the trust assumption from the majority honest of sign-up bridging to 1 out of n honest sign-up bridging. So that gives huge trustless kind of feature for holders who wants to bridge over their Bitcoin assets to Layer 2. That actually is very important. Secondly is the Bitcoin verification. So Bitcoin never had this verification capability. And now with this BitVM model, we build these logic gateways to verify the transactions. So all kinds of complex smart contract, the transaction proof can be verified on the Bitcoin Layer 1 through this logic gateway DAC model. So that's kind of the key verifier we're working on in BitLayer.
And in the ZK model, for example, in the Ethereum side, right, the proof is stored on the mainnet so that someone can go and verify that and pull out the summary. So is there some sort of settlement to make sure that the security model of Bitcoin is used within the BitEVM space?
Yeah, so BitVM, the key part is in 2021, we have the taproot upgradation, right? So data can be verified on Bitcoin, Bitcoin block on sets through this Merkle tree pass. So the engineering challenge we are solving and I actually will deliver is the ZK stock proof. We have the batch proof system, and we have a way to minimize the cost to go through tap tree pass to have verification on Bitcoin block. So we all know Bitcoin block space is pretty expensive. Through this part, we can lower down the cost in multiple magnitudes, but have the same security level with Bitcoin stock.
Got it. And in terms of the use case, what kind of immediate smart contract use case is there within the BitEVM space, specifically with BitLayer?
On BitLayer, we have over 260 projects. We are sector agnostic, so a lot of actually are DeFi across stablecoins, perp DEXs, all kinds of AMM DEXs, now a few like order book as well, real world assets, option trading as well. And of course, we're looking at all kinds of consumer-facing applications with interesting Bitcoin narrative, Bitcoin culture. So NFTs like ordinals, that a lot of them actually bridge over to our L2 tap into all kinds of staking modules. We're talking to like a few Web3 AI and deeping projects, especially deeping to looking at some kind of yield opportunity with Bitcoin holders. So in a nutshell, there's a lot of interesting kind of Bitcoin narrative, Bitcoin alignment kind of use cases we're exploring in BitLayer ecosystem.
Do institutional investors also look at this sort of use case and be like, wait, this is interesting beyond the whole ETF buying and holding or trading aspect, I can now use Bitcoin? Are they more optimistic about this?
Yeah, I think it's still early stage. First of all, we just had the Bitcoin ETF at the beginning of this year, right? And so one of the biggest Bitcoin ETF firm called Franklin Templeton is our leading investor on the Series A round. We just announced that news 2 months ago before Bitcoin Nashville, which also has a big presence. So we've been chatting and have been exploring with Franklin Templeton very strategically about their Bitcoin money market fund. They have over $500 million Bitcoin exposure through the ETF. They're going to expand it to even $2 billion. So they've seen a lot of Bitcoin assets. They wanted to do getting more yield. They want to tap into different risk assumption, different kind of parameter, but a different yield products, right, with more rewards. So I think more along the ways, we are exploring like having interesting on-chain financial products across staking, restaking, lending, collateralization, asset management protocol to let all the institutions provide their liquidity, provide their assets to getting more yield. So instead of being the lowest fee ETF firm, they want to be the high rewards firm.
And what are you most excited for on the Bitcoin smart contract programmability side for the rest of the year?
The rest of the year is our V2 mainnet. We're launching next month with some open source code and fully launched by the end of this year. Obviously, that will allow us to open up more opportunities, bring more Bitcoin holders to natively, trustlessly bridge over their Bitcoin assets to our trustless programmable L2 environment. We're hopefully to talk to major stablecoin protocol and also major stablecoin company like Circle, Tether, BitLayer Labs, and all the others, right? We already finished integration with the Layer 0. We are work in progress with the Chainlink CCIP. We're talking to all the exchanges, custody solution provider, wallet solution providers. We want to integrate as much as we could to access to new user base and a new integration. And obviously, we are launching our token soon, so stay tuned on our TG.
So people will. Thank you so much for this chat. Enjoy the rest of the event.